What I want to talk about today is the system that I'm using. It's a Milwaukee Packout toolbox system that I've converted into my camping gear storage system. Now at the end of this video, I'm going to share with you guys two things that I think make this the ultimate camping bin. Let's get into it. So for those of you who have been following on the channel, you may know that I just kind of covered this in the last video, but just briefly, what I really wanted to do today is dive into this thing on how I've got it set up. Now you guys have all seen the deck drawer system that I used to have and how that was all set up. Now I've had to make some changes to my camping gear setup, and so I thought it was really worth its own video. So what we're gonna do right now is open these guys up, show you what's inside, and then we'll get to the good stuff. All right, let's start off with this top one. We've got these really heavy duty latches, which I really like. And then on the inside here, there's this like giant O-ring, which really kind of keeps out dust and debris. And so that is pretty awesome. First thing we'll take a look at is both of them come with these little small little toolbox coveys. Reminder that this is actually a toolbox. And so I like to keep a lot of my soaps, olive oil, spices, sponge, can opener, all that small type stuff in this top one. Is real easy to access, and if I want to, I can just take it all out, put it off to the side. So I've got two coffee mugs in here. I like to keep two in here. Most of the time I'm giving my kids stuff to drink out of like a water bottle or a juice box and stuff like that, but if I need an extra one, I've got that. Sometimes I like to use this for whiskey at the end of the evening, and maybe I don't want to wash it before I have my coffee in the morning. This is my Yeti coffee rumbler. Alright, I carry one pot with me. This is an MSR backpacking style pot. I like the handle, it's kind of versatile, and so it just packs down nice and neat. Inside this pot, I carry one of these Yeti 12-ounce like koozies, but it's like one of those solid ones that just really kind of keeps your beer or your cola nice and cold. And so I like that a lot. I store inside that my MSR pocket rocket, and so I usually use this to make a real quick cup of coffee in the morning. Boils the water super fast, and it just packs down so nice and tight. I also carry a 10-inch cast iron skillet along with an additional 10-inch pan. This is just a cheap kind of non-stick Teflon, just in case I need to if I'm cooking a big breakfast or whatnot. So this is my GSI Outdoor Santoku knife set. I actually use this to store all of our utensils. So in here I've got a set of knife, spoon, forks, cutting board, knives, washing dishcloth. I carry one spatula, one tongue, and then I also have a K-bar in here just in case I want a big knife for maybe cleaning fish, maybe doing some bushcraft type things, which I don't do much of, but if I want it, it's in here. Okay, in this one, I've got some more utility type things in here. Once again, using this little cubby for some quick access, smaller things that I may use frequently. So I've got like a power bank in here, and this thing is pretty cool because I can bring this up to my rooftop tent. It's got 3 USB outputs for charging phones. I use it to power the light strip in my rooftop tent, and it actually on top has got one of those. Let's see if I'll turn it on real quick. So it's one of those, you can just put your phone on top of it to charge it, and so I can just set my phone on it at night and it will get a good charge or whatnot. So that is pretty cool. USB charging cables, flashlight. I like to have my headlamp handy for when we pull into camp. Usually it's late at night on a Friday night after work, and so usually I like to have my headlamp on me while I'm setting up camp. And then a little Bluetooth speaker. I like this. I can kind of clip it on anywhere on the outside of my truck or whatnot, and we can listen to some music at camp. Now, as you can kind of see in this bin, I still have lots of room in this bin, and there's some things that I haven't quite added in here that I will be soon. I usually carry my trash bags on top of my roof rack and some rifle cases, but so trash bags, Ziploc bags, some of that type of stuff is going to come down into this bin. Paracord, whatnot. So I've got some other utility type stuff that will be coming into this bin, but just kind of testing things out right now with this an additional bin. I've got these Goal Zero lanterns. These things are pretty cool. They're pretty bright. You can also charge your phone using this USB outlet. It just doesn't have a super big capacity for storing power, and so it's kind of either using it as a light or a USB charger, not really both, at least for not a reasonable amount of time. Okay, so I keep one can of propane in here. That's just the can that I'm currently using. Then one can of butane fuel for the MSR pocket rocket, and also my little Coleman fold and go stove. Now I'm just trying this thing out. I specifically bought it for this setup just because I was trying to really slim things down and wanted just a little bit more packable camp stove. So far I really like it, but the jury's still out on it. I'll let you guys know as I continue to use it. Now, a bonus is the Milwaukee Packout crate. I also purchased this crate so I'd be able to store all of my dry food, and it actually just sits right on top of the bins, snaps into place, and I'm ready to go with that as well. And so this has been great just to store my breads, my coffees, my canned goods, anything like that I could fit in here and I don't have to worry about it. Also, when it's stacked on top of these two, it's high enough up that if dust is getting into my truck bed, there's not too much dust getting into this crate, and so I really don't have to worry about stuff getting dirty, and so that's been great as well. Okay, as promised, I want to share my 2 reasons why I think this is the ultimate camping bin setup. First, as somebody who likes to do a lot of off-roading and just camping in the mountains, you don't want things running around the back of your truck bed. You don't want to have to worry about tying things down consistently. Since I've got the Milwaukee Packout plate installed in the bed of my truck, I'm able to clip 1, 2, or all 3 of these into place without having to secure with tie downs or any other utility. It's able to just stay in place, and as I'm going along bumpy trails or going down the highway, I don't have to worry about these cases running around the back of my truck and just banging things up. So real quick, this is the Packout plate, and you could buy this plate separately. I got it for 30 bucks at Home Depot, and essentially I drilled 4 holes in to the bottom of the truck bed, 1, 2, and then up top 3 and 4, and secured it in place with just 4 bolts that I got from Home Depot, some pretty large size washers for the bottom of it, and some nuts and a little bit of Loctite. Just given the off-road trails, I didn't want them rattling too much and this thing getting out of place or the bolts loosening up. So that's how I mounted it to the composite bed of the TACOMA truck bed. Reason number 2, I can access any of these wherever they are, whenever I want to, even if they're clipped on top of each other. Even with this clipped to the top, I can still see what's in this drawer. Maybe I want to reach in and grab my hand soap or whatnot. I can do that, close it back up. I can also do the same on the bottom when it's clipped into the Packout plate in my truck. I can come along the side of my window and I can open that thing up and get into that bottom drawer without removing anything, and it's just so convenient. I've been more happy with this system than I have been even with my deck drawer system. There's just more versatility to a system like this. The fact that I can take these guys out, put alongside me as I'm making dinner, or maybe if I just want to leave them snapped into place and open up one at a time and get some individual items, that's really convenient. Obviously, the deck drawer system was a permanent thing and I couldn't move it anywhere. Also, when we go camping at campgrounds, which we still do sometimes, I can bring these all out of my truck, bring them over to the camp table, and I can have everything accessible to me there. With a drawer system, you just can't do that. And so I'm really happy with this thing overall. So a system like this isn't for everybody. maybe you prefer a drawer system. If that's something that you're interested, make sure you check out this video where I did go into a deep dive into my deck drawer system and my thoughts of it back then, which I did really like that as well. So that video is there for you guys to check out as well. As always, thanks for watching. I hope to see you out there. We'll catch you in the next one.